What's up, guys? Welcome to another snippet. We are the Cape Wine 2022 and a very, very special guest because, when you meet in a foreign country and you're both Kenyans, you have to say, first of all, you're very proud because you see how crazy and intense other, companies are.
Yeah.
So you have to respect what's going on back at home. And you're one of the, biggest stakeholders in Kenya when it comes to wine. So just introduce yourself and tell people who you are and what you do before we proceed.
Yeah, thank you so much, John. My name is Judy, and I'm the CEO of Galina, Kenya. And it's a family business. We import wines and distribute them, all around the country. Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah.
CEO. And before I even proceed further, I think this is a very male-dominated. From my personal, experience being here 2 days, it's a very big male-dominated industry. How did you guys just, decide to,
to
take the leap,
yeah.
get in there and just challenge yourselves doing something like this?
Yeah, so the company was actually started by my mom. As I told you, it's a family business.
Yeah.
So my mom, Jane, founded the company and started importing wines over 10 years ago. By then I was still in school, but I was seeing what she's doing. I used to try and sell some of the wines she was bringing in. And then I joined her about 6 years ago now. And we came for Cape Wine, by the way, in 2018. And as you said, yes, it's male-dominated, but there's always room for women. If you believe in yourself, there's nothing that a man can do that a woman can do.
Listen.
Yeah.
The CEO says it, but I understand when you say that like that, because
Yeah, and one of our very first partnerships actually was with a company in South Africa called Women in Wine. So it's basically producers, winemakers, basically wine connoisseurs, but all women. So one of the first wines we brought from South Africa was Women in Wine. So we already had that, extra push to also join them and do what the others are doing as well. Yeah.
So now another quick, because I know this is going to be a very brief interview, but I just want to squeeze as much as I can out of you because I know you have, you have important things to do. You have flights to catch and everything. So here's the thing. What would you say, you coming to Cape Wine 2022 as Galina Wines, is there something that you're expecting from here? Are you here to network, or what was the plan? Or you're just coming to tour because it's a wine thing and your presence has to be had? What's your main, intent?
So we are here for business.
Yeah.
Strictly business-ish. Of course, a bit of fun.
Yeah.
Wine tastings and all. But so we have current partnerships with some producers in South Africa. And for some reason, some of those partnerships had to come to an end. So we're actually looking to add on more South African wines into our portfolio to replace the ones that we had previously. And of course, continue and strengthen ties with the current partnerships we have. Funny thing is, unless you come for Cape Wine, some of the producers that you actually are working with will never show you what's new. They won't show you, I have new wine. But when you're here, you can see, they've introduced 4 ranges of their wine. So unless you come here, you'll never know. You'll keep selling the same old. Remember now there's 2022 vintages available. If I was in Nairobi, I would not have tried
sample, because even by the time you sample from that...
Exactly, it's 2023. By the time the 2022 bottles come to Kenya, we're in 2023. So it's an honor. I'm sure you've also enjoyed having the 2022
You have to
vintage.
be on point, because when you're talking about, even now you're shipping stuff, we're talking about volumes.
Yeah.
So you have to be tasting exactly what you want. Because I keep telling people, I'm not the best or wine expert, but I know how to put content together for general audience and even people in the wine industry.
Yeah.
So you've mentioned partnerships. Are there people you can name drop, or we're still talking about exclusivity right now?
I'm gonna name drop. I have to name drop. So we're working with one of the best producers of Chardonnays in South Africa. They're called the Gicharu Wine Estate, based in Robertson Valley. They have really good Chardonnays, which we already have in Kenya, and we just recently added the Sauvignon Blanc, which is a new addition to their range. They showed us now they are venturing into red wines. So, we're happy to be here and working with them. We're also working with Van Loveren. Van Loveren are the ones who are selling Four Cousins and producing Four Cousins, but we're not selling the Four Cousins. We have the other wines that we are partnering with, something very big. We're so excited about it. something, let me just say a Galina wine is coming up.
Okay.
Yes, and maybe in 2 months or so we should have it. So we came to do the final tasting. We'll share some pictures with you guys. And we were like, yeah, this is the wine we think will do really well for the Kenyan mass market. So.
We'll hold you accountable. You said 2 months. So this
2 months.
This episode is dropping in a week.
Yeah.
So people will just be putting their, marking their calendars after 2 months. Hey, come on. Well, you
Where's
promised.
the baby?
Yeah, you promised us.
Yeah.
So
everything is perfect, actually.
Sorry to cut you off. Sorry, my apologies. At times I just start rambling and I just want to ask the next question.
We're excited. It's allowed, yeah.
So just because you mentioned like how your mom started this and you're already in the ropes as well. Like, do you think, because there are people who are like, I'm guessing, inspired by what you guys are doing, like young women. And at times, all dreams are valid, right?
Yeah, true.
But do you think somebody can just wake up one day and decide, you know what, today I'm doing what?
This is what I want to do and I'm doing.
I want to do what Galina Wines is doing.
Yeah, why not?
Is it possible?
Yeah, you can. Why not?
Okay,
as long as you're...
No, I'm asking that. Are there any protocols, like classes you have to do? Like me, I wake up one day and say I want to run a marathon. Tomorrow I want to do Nini and I do it.
Yeah.
But are there classes that I have to be certified and everything and, things and 2 steps and hurdles that I have to, and of course I have to be approved by someone, I'm sure.
Yeah.
There's an entity that has to approve me to do that.
I get,
are there any
of course there's that, but first of all, if you have the passion for what you want to do, you just start. Cool. So of course when you're starting, the business is also a bit capital intense, so you have to be ready for that, because when you start your partnerships, of course no one will give you wines on credit when you're new. So of course all the payments have to be done in advance, so you have to be ready for that. Of course in Kenya you have to have the importer's license, which you have to get from KRA as well. You have to have a company that's registered and your taxes are paid. Like all your paperwork has to be perfect, because
formalities
every step in the importing process, KRA is involved. So you have to make sure everything is important, and you have to have patience, because inspection is
Okay, I guess
it'll take time for that to happen. So
that's what I'm saying. Like even with dreams and everything, you have to understand the rules, regulations, and policies that are in place that you have to be approved before you proceed with anything, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so now just for a final take, if you were to tell the audience, because my audience is diverse, we have people in the wine industry, but you also have people who just love enjoying wine and everything. If you were to give them 2-3 tips of consuming wine or trying new brands, or or maybe something that you have in store. 3 tips.
Okay, so first, number 1. Okay, I'm also a wine educator, by the way. I should have said that in my introduction. But for me, I always say, number 1, just please learn how to hold your glass. Let's just first start.
Very important.
That's
very
the
important.
Most important tip. Number 2, always have an open mind. I feel like people give wines too many rules. Like, if you drink sweet wine, it's bad. If you drink dry one, it's good. It's not really like that. There's
men
some
are
very
not supposed to drink sweet wine.
I had someone saying rosé is only for women. Who said that? We all have different palates, so be open-minded. There are no rules. Just enjoy the wine. At the end of the day, you want to enjoy the wine, right?
That's the second tip.
That's the second tip.
Lastly,
now, the last tip, just always drink with good company. The wine will be good. Cheers.
Okay, so now that's very good. So just tell people where they can find you, and of course, if we bump into you again, we'll make sure we squeeze some more information within the course of the day.
Yeah.
Just tell people where they can find you.
Yeah.
And if you have anything else coming up.
Okay, cool. So first, anything else coming up? As I mentioned, we have our baby, which is our own label, private label from Galina, in partnership with Van Lovren. We'll maybe give you guys the name a bit later, in those 2 months, I promise. And so the company Galina Kenya, we're based on Kiambu Road. In the Ndigwa, we actually recently opened a wine cellar where we'll have all our ranges of wine from South Africa, Italy, Netherlands, Spain. And the plan is to actually have as many wines as we can. We're also introducing a Serbian wines from Serbia. Interesting, that's in Eastern Europe. most people even here didn't know that there were wines from Serbia. So I think that's a good addition. So you'll find that in our cellar. So I can say our operations are mainly from Kembu Road. That's where we do our deliveries from, and basically wine trainings. Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah. Of course, we're also on social media.
Yeah.
Instagram, Galina Kenya Limited, Ltd. And we're also on Twitter, Galina Kenya. We're on Facebook as Galina Kenya as well. So
TikTok?
Find us anywhere. Well,
I know somebody who's supposed to be in charge there of TikTok.
Let him tell us.
He needs, because TikTok is a very nice space, and I think, it always pushes those algorithms to people who don't even know about something, and gets to educate them like in the most brief way. 15, 20, 30 seconds. But
I agree. We need to stop being
That's a long story. We just try and catch up, because I'm sure even after TikTok, something might come up again next year, so you never know.
True, we have to stay on your toes.
Otherwise, thank you. I want to release you so that you can go and do the most famous things that important people do. And I'll just grab you again, probably today or another day for a further in-depth interview.
Thanks
I appreciate
for having
you.
me. Thank you so much.
Congrats on everything and the best. All the best in the journey.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.